Hey guys, my name is Michelle and today I'm going to be doing a video just sharing a couple tips that I have started doing that have really helped me just become a little bit happier and to just be more productive in my everyday life. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And the reason I started these, well, there's a couple reasons. One, my sleeping has been out of control for years. And two, just because of the new year, I know every year people will be like, this is my year, and that would be me. But this year I actually decided to stick with it. So I have seen some improvements, and because of that, I really wanted to share it with you guys. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And the very first tip is social media. I am a social media junkie. I could go on it for days and just scroll and scroll and scroll, and time just runs out the window. And so I started noticing that Instagram particularly doesn't really make me happy. When I go on it for long periods of time and then I get off, I just feel drained almost. And I think this is because I have a tendency to compare. So whether I want to or not, I will see, people taking these luxurious vacations or whatever it may be, or I'll see things that I want that I can't afford, and it just makes me feel bad. So I think social media is good in moderation, but when I would go on Instagram for long periods of time, I would just feel icky almost about myself. And with Twitter, if you have a Twitter, you may know that Twitter can be pretty loaded just with like really bad news, just animal abuse, which is just so painful for me because I have two dogs, which, by the way, if you hear noises, it's my dogs. So just things like that just don't make me happy. And I do think that social media can be a good thing in moderation, which is why I started cutting down social media. And I honestly feel a lot better. Once I stopped, I kind of stopped that need to go on it. So I'll go on it and I'll scroll, I don't know, like 30 seconds, and then I'll be like, okay, bye. Like, I just don't feel that need anymore. And it really almost feels liberating just because social media is the thing that people do. And so with this, I also feel like I have been able to be more productive because, like I said, I would waste so much time on social media, and now that I don't have that need, I can put my energy towards other things that make me happier. So that is my first tip. And moving on to number 2 is definitely your sleeping. So I haven't slept in years, literally. So in high school, I would like to pretend that I had to stay up until 3 a.m. to finish my assignment, when really I did nothing until midnight, which is why I didn't go to sleep until 3. And so that's how it started way back in the day. And I never fixed my sleeping schedule, so I have been tired for years, and this has affected me so much. I'm so grouchy when I don't sleep. I have no energy to talk. I'm just short-tempered, and I don't do anything. I would lay in bed because I'm too tired to do anything, but my sleeping schedule is to go to bed at midnight. So it's just a continuous cycle of wasting your whole day, going to sleep late, being grouchy, and so on. And so I had finally had enough. I was tired of not doing anything with my life. So I just began to change little aspects in my life. I forced myself to go to bed at 9:30 and wake up at 8. And now it's just become a habit. When I wake up at 8, I don't feel tired. I'm just ready to start my day. And so it really has changed my life so much. And I think what really helped me was to stay active. So I don't mean running around, but just finding things to do rather than lay on your bed. So for me, if the kitchen's dirty, clean the kitchen. Every day I would clean my room, and it just becomes a habit. And so I would just find things to keep me moving, and this way I could go to sleep easier because I exhausted my energy. And this really just has helped me to become way more productive, and it just makes me feel happier to be able to do more with my life and not feel like I'm wasting my life away. And so I'm going to be moving on to tip number 3, which is picking up a hobby in which you can measure your growth. And for me, it's 2 things. I really like to draw and I really like to dance. I'm not saying I'm good at either of them, but I like to do them. So with drawing, I will get an idea and I won't be able to do it right away, but just drawing it over and over helps me to see that if I stick with something, I really can get to my end goal, and that just helps me feel happier about myself because I'm able to accomplish what I want to accomplish, even if it takes time. And with dance, I picked it up just because, again, I needed something to do to help me go to sleep, and so I record myself, and it just makes me laugh just seeing the first video and then after a couple of days of practicing just how much I've grown. And again, I'm not going to say that I'm a dancer or that I'm perfect, because I don't think I would post my dance videos because they're not that great. But to me, it's great to see the improvement from where I started to where I am now. And so that's why I think it's really important to have a hobby in which you can really measure your growth. It will really make you happy. And just as a side note, just picking up something off of YouTube like Vloggy Lotties or Matt Stefanino's choreographies will really help you get tired so that you can go to sleep. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a gym membership. You can just do it at home, and it really does help. I would recommend doing it not later in the night because then you become all active, but just maybe around 5 or 6 is usually when I do it, and it really has helped me sleep. So that's something that I definitely recommend. And so the next one, which I've kind of touched on, is to acknowledge your accomplishments. It doesn't have to be huge accomplishments. For me, I haven't always been the cleanest person. My room is messy, and so like I said, I started just cleaning my room every day just to get myself moving. And at the end of the day, you can just tell yourself, hey, I did this today. I mean, you don't have to say it out loud, but I just think to myself, hey, I did this and this and this today, as opposed to what I was doing just a month ago, which was nothing. So just accomplishing your little accomplishments will make you a lot happier. It doesn't always have to be big accomplishments because change does take time, and it's important to acknowledge that you're growing as a person, even if it takes a lot of time. Okay guys, and the last thing I wanted to talk about, it might be a little bit silly to some of you, but I don't know. I bought a journal off of Amazon, and it's like, it has a lock, and it's this really cute journal. Let me find it. It's this journal, and it's very tiny. It's like a little bit bigger than an iPhone, and it does have a lock just because I am someone that feels my emotions very strongly, and I have the tendency to just go based off of my emotions, and just the first reaction that I have, I just do it. And so this has really helped me to sort of take a step back and maybe think about things a little bit more, or things that I don't understand but that are frustrating. I can write about them, and it helps me to kind of get at a point where I can let go of some things, or if I need to complain but I don't necessarily want to be a negative Nancy, I just put it in here, and it really helps me to see what I'm feeling and work through those things, and as well as let go of some things that I don't want to share with others. It just helps me to just be more at peace with things and how they are, and to put everything here rather than tell the whole world or have negative reactions. So if you're someone that really feels things strongly, or maybe you don't like to share, you're very closed off, I definitely recommend. I know it's kind of weird at first, just, I mean, I don't go Dear Diary or whatever. I just start writing. It's kind of weird at first, but you kind of get used to it, and it helps you be more in touch with yourself. And for me personally, it makes me feel a little bit happier just to be more okay with things. And so yes, like I said, I got this off of Amazon. I think it was $16, so it's like this cute little case, and then the actual notebook is inside. And I can link that if any of you are interested in getting this. So hopefully this helped you a little bit. If you have any tips for me or just to share with others, you can leave them in the comments down below. I would be happy to read them and to pick up other hobbies or other tips that will make me just be a little bit happier and, like I said, more productive. And so I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.